Tonight, our second week of Road to 50 episodes returns with my personal favorite season, David vs. Goliath, season 37. This was the first season I watched back in 2018, and I was instantly hooked. I immediately went back and watched every season in order. Tonight, CBS is re-airing episode 5, titled Jackets and Eggs.
Jackets and Eggs. It has been a lively tribal council.
This episode features Mike White, Christian, and Angelina, who are returning for 50. We pick up fresh out of a tribe swap, where Alec turned on the original Goliath and voted out Natalia. This episode also marks the second time in Survivor history where the contestants had to be briefly evacuated due to a cyclone.
A massive storm is set to hit the islands in the next several hours. For your safety, we're going to evacuate you from your island.
The first happened in season 33, Millennials vs. Jennings. The contestants were evacuated on day 12 and returned on day 14. So they spent day 13 off the beach.
It's about to destroy our camp.
We're all Davids today. That's the Goliath.
The tribes are shown returning to their camps that were destroyed from the storm.
Our shelter is obliterated.
We then move to the reward challenge, where contestants are stunned to find Natalia was voted out at the last tribal.
Natalia voted out at the last tribal council.
In the challenge, contestants use poles to knock sandbags out of an overhead net. They then use those sandbags with a slingshot to hit 2 targets. The first 2 tribes win reward. First place gets 4 hens and 1 rooster. Second place, a dozen eggs. Buku ends up getting first place. Jabeni comes in second. Back at camp, Kara feels in a tough place after the last vote, so she attempts to get the Davids to turn on Alec.
At this point, I don't have a choice but to throw Alec under the bus.
At Jabeni, the tribe argues over the best approach as to when they should eat the eggs.
She wanted to cook all the eggs, and that will be great if you have somewhere to store the eggs.
At Tiva, Christian is shown bonding with Dan and John, forming the Brochacho Alliance.
You're also part of the Brochachos at this point.
Brochacho?
Who's the president of the Brochachos?
Dan then heads out and searches for an idol. He manages to find a note that says where an idol will be hidden at the next immunity challenge. At that challenge, contestants have to navigate through an obstacle course and then maneuver a ball through a snake maze. First 2 tribes to finish win immunity. Dan manages to grab the idol without anyone noticing. Buku is the first to complete the challenge, with Tiva finishing right after, sending Jabeni to tribal council.
Keep him.
The former Goliaths weigh their options between Nick and Lyrsa from the David tribe.
I want Lyrsa's jacket.
Angelina mentions a factor in the vote is wanting Lyrsa's jacket. She recruits Natalie to try to barter with the Davids to trade their jacket to stay in the game.
How you feel about giving up your jacket?
My jacket? Mm-hmm. No, I'm taking my jacket with me.
Okay, so the jacket is worth $1 million?
This does not sit well with the Davids. Mike is then seen encouraging the Davids that he's open to voting out Natalie, and that they just need to get Angelina on board. We head to Tribal with Angelina debating her options. At Tribal, Natalie discusses that she is still Goliath strong. The tribe then discusses their irritations with Natalie.
Natalie has strong feelings about a lot of things that happen at camp.
Nick brings up the threat that Natalie made over the jacket. The tribe ultimately decides to vote out Natalie by a vote of 3-2, and we see one of the most infamous exit moments in the show's history, with Angelina begging for Natalie's jacket as she exits.
Natalie, is there any way I could have your jacket? Natalie?
Even after Jeff snuffs Natalie's torch, Angelina continues to ask.
Natalie?
It is a perfect chemistry of awkwardness and humor. The moment instantly became iconic amongst fans. It was even referenced in Survivor 41's Game Within a Game Rebus puzzle. Let me know if you'll be watching tonight as we continue our countdown to 50.